That's XABI Alonso talking about the Clasico in the SuperCopa de Espana yesterday. Now, Barca coach is Hansi Flick. He also says that he enjoyed the game. He saw his team perform well in such an exciting encounter.
It's great, when you play a final, also against Real Madrid in a Clasico, and you win it. It feels really good. So it's what I can say, and I'm really proud about the team because we played the style how we want to play as Barca. So this is for me the most important thing, and I'm really proud. How I said before, I'm really proud about the team.
Now, listening to what Hansi Flick said after the game, I think you will all agree with him that they played the Barca style. Now, what is the Real Madrid style? The Real Madrid style against teams that are not bigger in terms of competitions is that they have to possess the ball. The Real Madrid style, when it comes to bigger teams like Barcelona, the Chelseas, the Arsenals, the Cities, the Inter Milans and the likes, the PSGs, is also to possess, but wait for the moments and stay in the game. Yesterday, the Real Madrid stayed in the game, yes, but against Barcelona, you don't always have to think of staying in the game. You need the ball to compete against Barca. And this Barcelona does not allow you that space to play that kind of football that you want to play. And that is where XABI Alonso comes into the picture. For Real Madrid fans, what I have to say to you is that endure these moments. Endure, because XABI Alonso does not match Hansi Flick in terms of tactics. If you watch the game that Barca played against PSG, you will understand my point. Aside the quality of the players, tactically, Hansi Flick is miles ahead of XABI Alonso. Establish that fact first of all. Number two, for Real Madrid fans, the players that you have at the modern trends of football, where attackers are supposed to press consistently, where midfielders are all supposed to press in close spaces, whether man-to-man marking or zonal marking. Usually, it is the man-to-man marking in the current trends of football now. If your players are not ready to deal with man-to-man marking, forget, you are out of the picture. You beat some teams, but teams that possess, teams that do press, will not allow you to play that kind of football that you play. Because if you are not pressing, if you are not running enough without the ball, you are not running enough without the ball, forget it. There are games that you win, but there are games that you will even win and then you will be dominated. And there are games that you wouldn't win and also you will be dominated. One of them was what we saw yesterday against Barcelona. You can talk about the first half. Look at the goals that Barca scored. Compare that to Real Madrid goals. Were they individual goals? The Real Madrid goals? Yes. The Barca goals, can you say they were really individual goals? No. They were tactical goals, technical goals, teamwork goals. When Vinicius picked that ball on the left side of attack and he was moving, who was there to help him make that move? Do you think that was really a technical team goal? No. It was individual brilliance. And that was what made Real Madrid score that goal in the first half. For the corner kick, it's a set piece, so I don't really want to talk about that. But look at those goals by Barcelona and compare it to Real Madrid's goals. You think that in the game itself, Real Madrid really belonged in this game as a team that wants to win? Yes, they wanted to win, but tactically, they were not there. Substitutions were another problem, but there were two substitutions that we all agree with because Vinicius Jr. said he had cramps. Valverde was also having cramps, and that's the reason why he pulled them out. But those other changes by Hansi Flick, bringing in Dani Olmo to occupy that hole behind the number 9, played a key role in the game. Go and watch that third goal again. So for Real Madrid fans, all I can tell you that is that just endure, because if you have players who are not ready to run, to press, to make those moves off the ball, and rather want to wait and then be in a defensive shield, usually, even when the ball is in the middle, it's not in the final third, then you have a problem. Another thing is that Real Madrid will definitely go into the market in summer 2026. But aside all that, there's one thing that must be mentioned. There must be an authority in the dressing room, and that's what I feel XABI Alonso lacks. The Real Madrid team currently, the players in the setup right now, they have won. They have won enough to talk about history in football. So definitely you have some of them who be pulling their legs when we talk about tactics. But you see, a coach that can stamp in his authority on the team, knowing that Real Madrid team is a team that always has to deal with man management. As a coach, you need to deal with man management, but you have tactics that you also want to make use of, but it's not happening. So for me, it's just what it is. Real Madrid fans should understand this, and the earlier that they do this, the better. My name is Dennis Ivan Opoku. Visca Barca to all the Barca fans.